In the tumultuous era of 1960s Japan, a seismic shift rattled the country's political landscape, reverberating from the corridors of power to the streets filled with dissenting voices. At the helm was Prime Minister Nobisuke Kishi, a figure whose ambitions veered towards resurrecting Japan's military prowess, echoing echoes of its World War II-era militarism. However, Kishi's fervor for militarization collided head-on with the aspirations of a populace weary of the shadows of war. His attempt to revise the U.S.-Japan Security Treaty, viewed by many as undemocratic and a nod to Japan's militaristic past, sparked the largest protest in modern Japanese history. The tide of public opinion turned against him, and in a resounding display of democracy, Kishi was forced to resign in disgrace. Amidst the fallout of Kishi's departure emerged a hunger for a new direction, a departure from the militaristic fervor of the past towards a modern, economically prosperous future. Enter Hayato Ikeda, the architect of Japan's economic renaissance. With the introduction of the income doubling plan, Ikeda laid out a bold vision, a roadmap to double Japan's economy within a decade. This audacious strategy wasn't just about numbers. It was a clarion call for transformation. It envisioned Japan not as a nation shackled by its past, but as a dynamic force driving towards economic prosperity and global relevance. Ikeda's plan captured the imaginations of a nation yearning for progress, promising a future built on innovation, industry, and ingenuity. As Ikeda assumed the mantle of leadership, he didn't just inherit a nation. He inherited a mandate for change, a mandate to steer Japan away from the shadows of militarism and towards the dazzling horizon of economic opportunity. The income doubling plan wasn't just a policy. It was a beacon of hope, a testament to Japan's resilience and its unwavering determination to chart its own course on the world stage. But it didn't go well and ended in a disaster that lasted for 2 decades. So, in today's video, let's take a look into how the economic miracle period of Japan ended in a 2-decade-long stagnation. At the time, Ikeda envisioned Japan not merely a nation rebuilding its industries, but as a global powerhouse of innovation and progress. Ikeda's audacious income doubling plan wasn't just a policy. It was a clarion call for a nation hungry to break free from the shackles of its past and embrace a future brimming with promise. Central to Japan's resurgence was its unwavering commitment to investing in technology and innovation. From pioneering advancements in electronics to revolutionizing the automobile industry, Japan poured its resources into sectors destined to define the 21st century. The Kaizen philosophy emerged as the heartbeat of Japanese manufacturing, fostering a culture of continuous improvement and quality control that would lay the foundation for iconic brands like Sony and Toyota to ascend as global titans. Yet, Japan's triumphs were not solely the product of corporate giants, but rather a testament to the harmonious synergy between government, industry, and academia. Through strategic partnerships and bold investments in research and development, Japan cultivated an environment ripe for innovation, propelling its semiconductor industry to unprecedented heights. On top of that, the government's investments heavily into education aimed to cultivate a highly skilled and adaptable workforce, capable of driving innovation, technological advancement, and economic growth. They prioritize STEM education and build a culture of lifelong learning among the young generations. This helped Japan position itself as a global leader in science, technology, and innovation in many industries. The 1964 Tokyo Olympics marked a pivotal moment in Japan's history, serving as a resplendent symbol of the nation's resurgence and boom after the World War II. It was a declaration to the world of Japan's resilience and unwavering resolve to reclaim its rightful place among the community of nations. Amidst the grandeur of the Olympics, the men's volleyball final emerged as a focus point of the event, capturing the attention of the nation. The showdown between the Soviet Union and Japan for the gold medal was a thrilling display of athleticism and sportsmanship. Japan's victory in this fiercely contested match ignited nationwide celebrations, serving as a poignant symbol of the nation's triumph over adversity. The Olympics not only showcased Japan's organizational prowess and technological innovation, but also reinforced its position as a global leader, marking the beginning of a new era of success and prominence on the international stage. In 1973, Japan faced a severe economic crisis triggered by the oil embargo imposed by OPEC's Arab states, led by Saudi Arabia. With almost 90% of its oil supply coming from the Middle East, Japan found itself vulnerable to the disruption in oil shipments, threatening its economy with potential collapse. To mitigate the crisis, the Japanese government swiftly implemented measures to reduce oil consumption by 10%, followed by further reductions and stringent controls on power usage, including restrictions on vehicle usage. Despite these efforts, Japan's economy faced significant challenges, with forecasts of GDP growth plummeting and inflation soaring. In response to the crisis, Japan adopted a multifaceted approach to secure its energy future. Rather than conceding to external pressure, Japan chose to look inward for solutions. It extended financial support to Arab countries and Palestinian entities, subtly urged restraint from Israel, and reaffirmed its alliance with the United States. This strategic diplomacy helped Japan navigate through the crisis without compromising its principles or territorial integrity. Moreover, Japan recognized the need for long-term energy security and resilience. It proactively diversified its energy suppliers, invested heavily in nuclear technology, and implemented energy conservation policies. These initiatives not only reduced Japan's dependence on imported oil but also spurred innovation in the private sector, particularly in the automotive industry. By producing fuel-efficient vehicles, Japan gained a competitive advantage over American automakers, further bolstering its economic recovery and growth. The 1985 Plaza Accord was a pivotal moment in Japan's economic history, orchestrated by France, West Germany, Japan, the UK, and the US. The agreement aimed to depreciate the US dollar against other major currencies to rebalance global trade relations. However, this had unintended consequences for Japan, as the rapid appreciation of the yen made Japanese exports substantially more expensive abroad, threatening the country's export-led economy. To counteract this, Japan implemented loose monetary policies, drastically cutting interest rates to stimulate economic growth and cushion the blow to its export sector. The flood of cheap credit into the market fueled speculative activities, particularly in stocks and real estate. Exclusive investment clubs, known as Isanami clubs, became symbols of the era's speculative frenzy, attracting wealthy Japanese investors eager to capitalize on soaring asset prices. This speculative bubble led to a dramatic surge in property values and stock market indices, creating an illusion of prosperity. However, the bubble eventually burst in the early 1990s, triggered by the Bank of Japan's decision to sharply raise interest rates in response to mounting concerns about overheating and inflation. This led to a rapid downturn in property values and stock markets, erasing trillions of yen in wealth and plunging Japan into a severe financial crisis. The aftermath of the burst bubble exposed fundamental flaws in Japan's economy, including issues with corporate governance and the financial sector. Banks, having extended loans against overvalued collateral, faced a surge of bad debt as asset prices plummeted, leading to institutional failures and bankruptcies. In response, the Japanese government nationalized banks and implemented regulatory reforms to restore stability and transparency to the market. However, Japan struggled to overcome the economic stagnation and deflationary pressures that characterized the lost decade and extended into the 2000s. Despite unconventional monetary policies such as zero interest rates and quantitative easing, Japan faced persistent challenges in revitalizing its economy and achieving sustained growth. Amidst Japan's challenges, there's a notable shift in its approach to immigration. The government's increasing openness to foreigners, and the simplification of citizenship processes signal a profound transformation in Japan's societal fabric. This embrace of foreign talent not only addresses demographic concerns, but also injects diversity and dynamism into Japan's workforce and culture. It's a bold stroke on the canvas of Japan's future, illustrating a commitment to inclusivity and harnessing the potential of global talent to drive innovation and growth. As Japan navigates its path forward, this openness to the world offers a vibrant palette of possibilities, enriching its narrative of resilience and renewal. With that, let's end the video. This is Visionomics, signing out.